Good morning, Fuller Cup. Good morning, Heather Ruth Whole Connections, or my personal profile. Thank you for being here live or on the replay. I am Heather Ruth, your intuitive coach and healer, numerologist, and just pure gratitarian. Oh my goodness, it's been 64, not been 64 days yet. We are on day 44. And of all the things to be grateful for today, one of the things I am grateful for are smoothies. And this comes with a bit of a backstory as to why this is a gratitude within my journey and why I'm even grateful for it. Is I believe that when we're grateful for things, we have created the habit as well. So when I say I'm grateful for smoothies, I've created a habit for myself in the morning to get the coffee started, but to ensure that the first thing that I'm putting in my body is really good nutrition. So I always get up in the morning, put my feet on the ground, take in big inhale breaths. This is why I was grateful for breath. I take in big inhale breaths and I wake my body up with breath. Because if everyone can remember, the moment we're born, the first thing we do is we inhale and exhale. We do that instinctively because that is how we are made up. Breath brings life. So this is what I do in the morning. I get up and I take a big breath and I really wake up my body in the most natural form way while I stretch my arms up to the sky. And then I always drink a really nice glass of water. So there's always a glass of water waiting for me on my nightstand so that I can drink this glass of water before I do anything else in my day. And then when I make the coffee, I do start to get ready. Like I'm doing other mom things, lunches, making sure the kids are eating breakfast, but we eat smoothies, a lot of us. And we make all different kinds in the morning. I don't make one just blender batch. I let the kids make their own and stick it in the Vitamix. And it's a way where I know I'm getting fruits and vegetables and a good greens balance. I'm getting my protein, putting good healthy protein for the first time that I actually really enjoy, which is from Arbonne. Their pea protein has been amazing for me and my husband, who's a diabetic. And I have it loaded with like spinach. And my favorite right now is berries, like mixed berries, a banana, and I put in a half a lemon. I really like citrusy stuff. And lemon just, I don't know what it is, but it just wakes me up. And it's one of my most favorite smells. It's one of my most favorite things to eat. It's one of the things I'm missing about this year, going home for Christmas, is my mom's lemon tarts. It's something I have not mastered or learned to make yet. I am not necessarily a full-on baker. And then I use spinach, and sometimes I will grate carrot and grate beets into it, and a little bit of this really amazing Bulgarian yogurt, which is like so good. Me and my husband absolutely love this stuff, and a bit of water. That is right now my most favorite smoothie. And in it, I know that I'm getting, and I also use like this greens dust that I get from Arbonne as well. And I know that I'm filling my body with really good nutrients. Now, 4.5 years ago, I was not doing that. I was depressed, feeling really low, had lack of energy, had gained lots of weight, or wasn't even getting rid of my 2 children back-to-back baby weight ever, because I got into such a funk where I wasn't actually even eating breakfast. And so when I started to make the commitment to fill my cup, to make sure that I was nourished first, because when I'm nourished and healthy and happy and in gratitude, my family is nourished and healthy and happy and live in gratitude. And so these are really key components to this whole gratitude journey, is that when we be grateful for something as simple as smoothies, which maybe seems weird to somebody else or indifferent to somebody else, it is me solidifying my commitment to myself to feed my body, to ensure my brain and my body have good, healthy food first thing in the morning before I even enjoy my cup of coffee. And I also did this because I used to smoke in the morning. Yeah. And I never used to talk about this. This is not something that I shared with a lot of people. I used to sit and have a cigarette and a coffee because I thought that would get me through the day. And the smoking was seriously something that I did because I was not feeling good about myself at all. And I don't know what it was or how it was, and I don't remember exactly how it came down, but I smoked for quite a few years. And I was a closet smoker, so it wasn't something that I did in public. I just did it at home. Sometimes I did it with people that got to know me really well. And usually I was drinking. And then one day, I think it was like 4 Christmases ago now, maybe, I don't know exactly. I just kind of woke up in the morning and I just looked at my husband and I was like, I'm done. I'm just done with that. And this is really, yeah, before when I really kicked off my journey to loving myself. And so maybe it was only like 2 or 3 Christmases ago. But anyway, I digress. Doesn't matter. I quit. And that's the thing that matters is that I put myself and my health first. And so it started with one, quitting smoking. And then this past year, it really started with the fact that we planted our own garden. We are feeding our bodies with our own food. We nurture our soil. We have a big little farm in our backyard. I joke about that because that's one of my favorite little shows on Netflix. But it's a big little farm, so we do not use um, like chemicals or anything. I take what falls out of my trees and I put it back into my compost. I put it back into my soil. We have fires. I put the ash back into my soil. I'm not as sophisticated as my mom yet, who grows worms and utilizes that in her soil, and that's why her vegetables are amazing. Her beets were like this big this year, like amazing. And we utilize nature to really put the nutrients back in our body. And we came really aware. And I am not a health coach. I am just a intuitive coach that knew intuitively that I could not speak about helping my mental health if I wasn't helping my body first. And it does matter what we put in to our bodies. It matters for the physicality of it, but it also matters for the mental health piece. And then gratitude is the next level. And I remember when I started my coaching, like hiring a coach, all I wanted to do was feel whole. And the reason I wasn't feeling whole is that I was so fragmented, trying to do so many different things, trying to be so many different things for so many different people that I never really focused in on myself. And so, what this gratitude practice has really showed me, has really taught me, is how to be in love with me. Because are you grateful for who you are? Because I know I am. And I know that I vibe at that level. And I know that when I meet people, I'm at that frequency zone with them of love. And I love people and I love on people and I love having people in my space to share that. And smoothies, well, they became fast, they became healthy, and they became convenient for me to make my life easier because honestly, I don't want to wake up at 5 in the morning. I am not a 5 a.m. person. I like getting up at 6:30, quarter to 7. I do my meditation and then I start my day. I don't have many hours from 7 till when I have to leave at 5 after 8 with get my kids to school that I can make these really sophisticated, big, yummy breakfasts. And I know that when I get home from dropping them off at school, I love what I do. I love this. I love showing up here. I love talking to you guys about gratitude, joy, how we fill our cups, all of these things, how we take away the ugly stories from ourselves, how we unmask ourselves to find the truest people of who we are. And I love that. So I know that I'm going to jump into that almost right away. And so it's so important for me to make sure that my snack is ready and my smoothie has been eaten. And what I mean by my snack is that I have a snack that I prepare so that in between things, I can get up and I can go and have a bite to eat. Now I have to store it in my fridge because my cat started to lick it. Ha ha ha. Fun. But that is just a part of it. And so we cannot have great mental health. We cannot have great body health if we are not feeding it good stuff. And so you need to do the research of what's good for you or where do you feel comfortable? Because I know this past year we have outsourced So much stuff. We still eat dairy, but I know where it comes from. I've been to the farm and I see all the procurements, and it's delivered to my door every Monday. I get all my vegetables delivered from an organic delivery service here where I live. And I know where all the farms are because they show it and list it, right? And so I know what their practices are. Now, everything's not always 100% organic. Anything that I'm peeling, taking the that off, I'm hoping is as good as possible, because we have to trust a little bit in what we're putting in. But I'm really conscious of what it is. We have very little boxed things in our house, and that's because I go to all the farms all summer long and I buy strawberries and blueberries and I freeze them. And like this year, we are so into smoothies that we ran out of all of our stuff early, and so we have to go and buy frozen fruit, which it is what it is. So I am so grateful that I have chosen that to be a part of my morning non-negotiable routine. And when I'm drinking them, I am grateful that I have incorporated that, and I can feel that as I drink my smoothies in the morning. I can feel the gratitude that my body is experiencing. And in that, I am losing weight, I am shrinking, I am just loving on my body so much that my body is now giving back to me. Do you see how that works? So anyway, I hope that you guys have a most beautiful Tuesday on this 15th of December. I want to make a shout out to my mother-in-law. Happy birthday to you, Kathleen. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you see this, great. If not, that's okay. We love you. And we will talk to you tonight. And everyone else, thank you for always watching and supporting me. I am grateful for that. And I thank you for being here. See you tomorrow.